Welcome to Rapid Challenges with Sladgy. Good morning. Good morning on this fine Monday morning. My least favorite morning. What's up? Astrobate now cool? No Astrobate. We are taking challenges, 7 plus 5. Puzzle dashboard, puzzle streak, puzzle storm, puzzle racer, puzzles. Just while we're waiting. What's up? There he is. While you wait. Ooh, that's a weird tactic. What's that about? Oh, I get it. That's kind of neat. Oh my god. Wow, I was so sure I got it right. That's crazy. How is that not the answer? Oh my god, what? That's crazy. How is Rook F6 not the solution? Dude, that's insane. What other solution is there? Are you kidding me? How is that even cooked? Queen E1 check? There must be something with like a knight check? I don't get it. I don't get it. That's insane. Dude, how is Rook F6 not the solution here? What possible defense does he have to that? That's crazy. Do not understand. I do not understand. What? Seriously, how is that not the solution? How is that not winning? I'm threatening Rook F7 mate, I'm threatening his queen. On any check, I can interpose on F1, attack his queen, and continue to threaten me with Rook F7. I don't understand. How is Rook F6 not the answer? What other answer is there? Is this a joke? Is this a mistake or something? Do you guys understand? I never do puzzles, but I mean, I report this as a bug puzzle. Dude, how can black possibly defend after Rook F6? What's up, Juicebox Wizard Astrobate? You guys understand? I am like dumbfounded here. Rook F6 attacking his queen. So pick a check. E1, G1, E1 check, Rook. Oh, E1 check. But I still don't see a cook. Even E1 check, King C2, and what? Knight takes E5. It still doesn't work. Oh my god. Dude, I mean, seriously, what the heck? I want answers without looking at the solution. Somebody needs to explain to me how Rook F6 isn't winning. I'm really pissed about this. My first puzzle in a long time, I got it right. And I don't get credit for it. Why? How in the world could black possibly defend after Rook F6? I'm threatening Rook takes queen, and then if his queen moves away, I'm threatening Rook F7 mate. What is going on here? He only has 2 checks on G1 and E1. On G1, I play Rook F1, attacking his queen, plus simultaneously threatening Rook F7. You can explain to me how that's not a win. And then in variation B, Queen E1 check, I just play King C2. And his only checks are like Knight B4 and Knight D4 check, which both don't do anything. So I'm completely dumbfounded. The other defense was queen e1, king c2, knight takes e5, you know, protecting f7. But then I just played rook f7 check anyway. He takes it and I take rook takes queen on e1. Are you guys even paying attention? Juicebox, pay attention, man. Pay attention. Put your mobile phone away. Sit in the corner. This is crazy, dude. What? How is rook f6 not the answer? I mean, it's not a question of me not being awake. Like, I'm not missing anything here. What is this? Wow, it wasn't rated? Well, that's a relief. My puzzle rating wasn't affected. Does anyone understand how this is not an easy win? You're telling me there's a better solution? Like what? What even possible threat do I have other than that? This has got to be a joke. It's some dumbass move like rook c8 or something. That's not great because of queen f7. Oh, this is crazy, dude. You're telling me there's a better solution here. What could it possibly be? Like a knight move? Oh, a knight move. Knight e4 or what? Dude, I seriously, I protest this puzzle. There's no way my answer is wrong. Puzzle protest. No, I don't want to try something else. I want to know why rook f6 doesn't work. This is crazy. This is a travesty. This puzzle is cooked. I like how none of the viewers have a comment. Dude, knight b4 doesn't do anything. I'm saying rook f6. What do you mean in the end? In the end of what? Rook f6, make a move. This puzzle is the biggest load of crap I've ever seen on a lichess puzzle. How is this not a solution? Queen g1, king c2. Yeah, even that doesn't work. The h5 is a nice idea. But say you play a check, like queen g1, king c2, h5. You're still getting mated with rook f7. You're still getting mated with rook f7, king h6, rook h8 mate. So h5 doesn't save black. Could it be like... But what am I talking about anyway? There's no time for h5. If I play rook f6, queen g1, all I have to do is like rook f1. And you're done. You don't have time for h5. Your queen is under attack every freaking move, you know? When do you have time to play h5? This is devastating. Rook f6, queen g1. Yeah, I don't have to play... No, I was wrong. It's not king c2. It's rook f6, queen g1, rook f1. I just play rook f1. Your queen's attacked, and I'm threatening mate in 1 with rook f7. I think that's kind of decisive. In my book, that's the solution. I don't care. You know, it's a totally, like, devastating up a rook position, which is totally winning. View the solution. That's stupid. How is that possible? How is this not winning? Queen e1 check and king g7. Oh man. So it's that. You're right. It's king g7. The stupid rook c8 was the solution. That's a tough one. Wow. It's not that easy either. Because like here, it just doesn't look that forcing. Now you can play king g7, rook c7, check king f8. There's not even a mate. I mean, honestly, like, this doesn't even look like a clear solution. White's like winning, but most people wouldn't even be sure. This is definitely bad. All right, let's play. But I did miss the defense. Should have seen it. Dracofire. What about Sumahair today? There he is. All right. All right. Good morning. Good morning. I don't do puzzles mostly. Just to wake up. I mean, puzzles are pretty boring. I wouldn't do a stream where I'm solving puzzles. That's like watching golf. Alright. A little dry. Here. I don't think I could ever watch golf for more than like 5 minutes on TV. That's probably the max. And I don't have ADD or anything. Or ADHD. HD TV. It's just boring to watch. Golf people probably say bad stuff about chess too. Alright. Yes. That is a downvote puzzle though. I mean, okay, my solution didn't work, but the real solution was extremely vague and unconvincing. It was my second choice, but it was like, okay, I have no mate and nothing clear. Two Knights Tango, reversed. Nah, this is pretty lame, honestly. If Black just like does the Slav, I guess I'll have to transfer to a King's Indian. You know, yeah, Magnus, but I mean, again, I don't really give a shit about online tournaments. I really find it hard to believe Magnus could even continue to play in that tournament with Hans in it or whatever. That's, yeah, good for him. I just can't support and condone online hybrid, whatever you want to call it, camera tournaments. There's no way to guarantee the other players aren't cheating. And it's, yeah, I mean, it's impressive that he still won anyway after all the shit that's gone down. But I still don't regard it as real chess. And I think the media and the organizers are profiting from these hybrid things, but it takes away from real chess, in my opinion. Again, I totally understand it. Like during the pandemic, it was sort of born. But we don't need to continue that now. G4, a little bit much. No, it's a move. Born of necessity. We can stop the pandemic tournaments now. Unless you have a way of like completely ruling out cheating, I think it's just like bullshit. Well, I wouldn't know, like, how everyone cheats because I don't play camera tournaments. Like, once I played a match on camera against someone in Blitz here on the site, but I mean, who knows if they're cheating or not? There's no freaking way to know. I mean, over the board cheating is hard to do, man. Maybe in like a random tournament, but not in a high level tournament. Not so easy. Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen the interview with Caruana, but I'll check it out. Well, I mean, it's typical. It's typical. Nobody wants to be the first one to raise the issue. Look, dude, Magnus had to put his whole reputation on the line. A lot of people had nothing good to say to Magnus. They're just trashing him immediately when he spoke up. And he's the world champion. For sure, like, no one would give a shit if Caruana said it. So why would he bother, Who the hell cares? You're number 4 in the world or something. He wouldn't have got the coverage, It is good to see Magnus actually stand up for something, though. He's been, like, spineless in the past. I don't know, this Regan guy is totally overrated. What is he, like a 75-year-old economics professor or something? I think he's out of touch. I never met Ken Regan, but I think the guy hasn't played a tournament chess game in like 35 years or something. Can we like get someone who's like in touch with reality? Why don't they like, I mean, I'm old enough, but why don't they like, bring Albert Einstein back to life and have him do an analysis of the games? Oh, Ken Regan, who hasn't played chess since the 80s. Oh, okay. He really knows what's going on. He's really in touch with the current chess world. It's ridiculous. It gives some people who are irrelevant a chance to be relevant again, I guess. I mean, I may not be that active, but I mean, I haven't stopped playing chess active, to some degree since 1985. Ken Regan hasn't played chess since 1985. I mean, I've never even seen him in my life. He's very relevant. How would I describe my chess style? Well, I mean, I'm a flexible, hetero-flexible. I have a hetero-flexible chess style. I'm like player dependent. I have a sort of not that definable style. I'm pretty fluid. I can change styles. Chameleon. Whatever you're bad at, I try to like take advantage of that. People have trouble defining my style, including me. Stylistically independent. I can play all different styles. It depends on my mood and the kind of position it is. I'm limited by my opening repertoire. Which is pretty wide. I'll tell you one thing though, I don't really, here's a very closed position, and I don't like playing like fast games with closed positions. Tactics are much easier, open positions with tactics are much easier to play than like closed positions with strategy, where there's a lot of strategic decisions. So if it's a faster game, I'd rather play more open type games. But if it's like Monday morning and I'm just half awake and I can't solve a puzzle, maybe it's better to start with a closed game. Someone asked me if I play knight c3. I've never played knight c3 in an over-the-board game. But I can play anything. It's very good for your chess game to experiment with different kind of openings, because you expose yourself to different kind of positions. You don't become limited. Sumahir is not that experienced. He has a really narrow opening repertoire. If he broadens his opening repertoire, he can learn to play different kinds of positions. I think that just makes you a better player. Plus, you can prepare for opponents who maybe have certain positions they play better than others. In the modern chess, like Magnus plays pretty much like every opening. It's not like the old days when everyone had a very narrow opening repertoire. And it's just much easier to learn the openings these days than it was years ago. You can learn new openings very quickly with programs and computers. Blah blah blah. Where do we want to put our knight? B1 or D1? See, this kind of decision making, not so easy. Traditionally D1 is a bad square, but here I have F2, which may or may not be reasonable. If he plays F5 or something, my knight could be pretty stupid on F2. I don't know if that's going to happen though. This is a big deal right now. I'm threatening to open the light squares. If he plays E5, which he has to consider here, changes the position greatly. But I think it's important to consider E5. Black's last chance to play that. It will allow like F5. Okay, this is also interesting. Probably not as good. He can't play F5 because E6 is pretty weak. So I think Black's in trouble. Which way do we defend this? The old King H2. And if E5, we have a really big space advantage. It's also possible to play G4. Now we have, obviously, a way to get this knight back in the game. And the white square bishop is extremely strong. However, Black has knight F5, maybe some some ideas. I can play g4, but it would dramatically weaken my king side. Although I don't know that there's anything he can really do about it. You see, this is the kind of closed position that I don't really like playing in blitz. I mean, I need time to think about these decisions. It's complicated. If g4, g5, and there's tactics with my king on h2, like f5, knight takes e5, which is really nasty. Although, you know, I don't know that he's going to play g5 or that it's even good, but I'm just saying. You've got to at least consider the possibility of that happening, you know. Now I'm done with that diagonal. I didn't need to have my king on h2. It's safer on a white square. Now he has some play here. Yeah, this is tough to play such closed positions in a fast time control. But I think white has a large advantage. You know, this knight is really bad. He has penetration on the 7th, but I don't think it's going to really have that much effect. It doesn't compensate for my massive space advantage. It's like a King's Indian. Basically, it is a King's Indian. Or I'm playing the King's Indian. Rook f2, bishop h4 is a problem. I can't defend the c2 laterally like that. So I'll probably just let him, you know, come in. On c2 I can't really stop it. How much counterplay do we have on the king's side? It's pretty locked up here. I need a little bit of time. It seems like a little more time. More time, please. There is this. That pawn actually looks kind of shaky, you know. Queen f2, pawn takes pawn, pawn takes pawn. How does he defend d4? Inventively, let's say. Creative. He needs a creative defense of d4. Or he just loses it, you know, which is probably better than, you know, some sort of passive defense. This is particularly bad. Bianchetto Knight, notorious. Are taking challenges by order. I'm taking challenges for, first of all, anybody who's a subscriber to the Twitch stream. That includes Sumer, who I'm playing now. If we don't have any subscribers, then I'll take the challenges in order, who meet the following criteria. You have to challenge me to 7+5 casual, and you have to have at least 100 blitz or longer games. Bullet doesn't count from my perspective as chess. Now, he's attacking c5. Okay. That's a problem. That's a good defense. Yes. Okay, knight f6 check. Chop, chop. There. Or there, there. Knight f6 check, very interesting. I'm not sure if it's good enough or not. Not the safest move, but it looks very scary for black. I thought he was actually going to take my pawn. I'm not interested in his pawn. Interested in winning. It's actually hard to mate him though. I mean, I can't mate him on g7. That is an issue. The knight on e8 is permanently defending g7. So there's really nothing I can do there about that. That sucks. In the meantime, yeah, this is tricky. This is a weird position. No comment. Oh no. You serious? You got the cheapo for me? Wow. Taking all my stuff away. Very strong tactical player, this guy. Wow. Can't do that. This is a disaster. How does he come up with these crazy moves with no time? I've realized how strong he is, like, tactically. Not only strong, but fast. It's unbelievable he lost his last 20 games against me. When you see his capability here. Jesus Christ. Extremely fast and dangerous, calculation-wise. The funny thing is he doesn't normally calculate. Now he's like seeing every tactic. Oh my god. Obviously that was deeply calculated. What? We don't talk about this. Alright? This doesn't leave the stream, this game. Doesn't get analyzed. We don't talk about it. It never happened. You understand? TM Sean may or may not be a subscriber. Is anyone here a subscriber? 7-5 casuals. 10-0, no. 5-0, no. Must be 7-5 casual, and it must be a player who has an established rating. A hustle. I was trying to stay alive. I wouldn't describe it as a hustle. I would describe it as an inexplicable meltdown. You know, at least he could have drawn, probably. Losing. Alright, GM Sean. Dracofire. Dracofire is definitely a subscriber. I'm not sure about GM Sean. GM Sean, are you? You are, I'm sorry. Alright, well, whatever. We'll play you next. You two are first two. I don't feel it's a hustle. It's a hustle if it's like, I don't know. That was like hopeless, man. I don't know. I've never seen anyone lose with like 4 pawns for a rook before. 3 pawns for a rook is pretty bad. But 4 pawns for a rook. 4 connected pass pawns for a rook. And lose all your pawns. That's crazy. I didn't even know that's even possible. He moved the wrong pawn. I mean, he had h3, right? He played g3. He could have played h3 and kept his pawns in like one chain. Obviously, that's... I think it's winning for black. But I'm not sure. So what am I playing here? Yay. I hate Kanye West. Not hate him, but I mean... He's like, yay, I was winning at the end. Alright. Let's go. If you make me really angry, I will send you the game to analyze, and I'll accidentally lose it. It's very likely I would accidentally lose that game. Yeah. Oh, God. Yes. I don't even know what I play against this move order. I don't really like playing the knight takes c6 stuff particularly. Now for more fun. Now with more fun. We've got a surprising number of challengers here for a Monday morning. Yeah, this is a pretty boring variation. At least it's an open position, though. One of the most boring lines of open Sicilian. Maybe not boring, well, drawish. Like, the statistical number of draws in this variation is extremely high. But I guess there is an alternative here. Like, I don't have to play pawn takes pawn. I can play, like, bishop d3. Actually, not sure what the deal is with that. Presumably, like, bishop d3, d4, knight e2. I guess e5. But the main line is take, bishop d3. It opens up his bishop on c8. And you wonder why I've lost the last 20 games, by the way. I really don't know, even now, if move 10, bishop g4 is like the main move for black. Seems like mostly black castles in that position. Bishop g4 is not so common. I mean, I could play f3. It's kind of a BFD, like, you know, what are you going to do to me? You don't have a dark square bishop. If I play f3, it's not the end of the world. I can also play queen e2, I mean queen d2, which is probably not a bad move. So let's see. No, h3 is better. Oh shit, I never even considered h3. No, there's a problem with h3, man. He has queen e7 check. You know, the problem is queen e7 check. Then I'm going to have to do something weird like king f1. Or I don't know what's happening after h3, queen e7 check, bishop e3, d4, for example. Stop talking about Kanye. Except it drops the queen. First there was the puzzle, and then there was... This is like a classic Monday morning. There's the puzzle where I can't see the solution, or the cook to my solution. There's the game against you, that was a nightmare. And now I can't see the queen is hanging. You got me to like accept that h3 was a move there. Like, are you kidding me? Never believe what they say, you know? Another dumb miscalculation by me. Yeah, black should be fine here. My pawn structure is bad, and now my bishop is blocked in. No, the bishop pair is not that great. It's not great at all, honestly. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with bishop g4. I don't remember facing that move before. I guess f3 is the best then. This answers the question. White has to play f3, bishop h5, and, you know, theoretically. But I don't understand why bishop g4 is not more commonly played then. If it's a good move, why don't more people play it? You gotta ask yourself. Ancient aliens. Dracofire. If bishop g4 was a good move, why don't I know about it? That's the real question. You know, most cases like that, the answer is because it's not a good move. But not always. The thing that I'm concerned about is if he plays bishop g4 and I play f3 and he plays bishop h5, he's going to be eventually playing bishop g6 and trading off my bishop pair with that move, and f3 slightly weakens my king side. Yeah, white, I don't think it's anything like that, man. I think we're talking about like a very, very micro advantage for white. 0.7 is absurd. Like, white's looking at like 0.2 or something. You're talking about like a microscopic advantage, probably. Yeah. Mikroskopikos in Hungarian. Mikroskopikos. Yeah, I was thinking of sacking the exchange, but that's just like fancy, you know, being fancy for the sake of being fancy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's stupid. Rook takes f6 is like just being fancy for the sake of being fancy. Wait, it's slightly worse after that, presumably. I was thinking about rook f4, which is probably not a bad move. But we have an issue here. I mean, this is an issue. This is a pawn. Black is fully equal here. Wonder if it's even conceivable that black is better based on what? I don't know. That's kind of stretching it. Bad bishop is not so bad. We have play. The bad bishop cometh. Are you telling me I should have played rook f4 first? Another exchange sack? Rook takes f6 again. Rook f6, pawn f6, knight d5. Knight d2. It's interesting. Knight d2, knight f6 check, king g7, knight takes g4. Interesting. And unclear. You know, there's some crazy stuff going on here. I might be able to play knight d5. Knight d5, knight d2, knight f6 check, pawn takes. Rook f4. But he has bishop e6. That doesn't matter. I think it works. Yeah, I think the knight is trapped on d2. So we should be at least equal here. Drakefire, you know, we don't talk about his rating and his score against me. Don't feel bad, Bijak. What's your lifetime score? I'm not trying to brag. I'm just still in kind of like disbelief. If he's like 2140, how do I have like 71.5 out of 76 against him? I think like the expected score for his rating is something like 15 to 20 points or something. I don't know. At least 15. I think he just loses on purpose against me. Or lets his little cousin play. I don't know. Don't let your friends and relatives play on your account. Or you will be banished. 2-1.5, 28. You were doing better before. Lately, yeah, you've been struggling. You never had a 20-game loss in a row. It can be psychological. Yeah, so rook f4. Wait a minute, I don't need to play rook f4, I could just play rook d2. It just dawned on me. Yes. Duh! Why do things the hard way when you can do them the easy way? His knight is trapped where it is. I feel like Dracofire's had lots of winning positions against me. This is not one of them. He played knight c4 really impulsively. Black has a good game. Like, all of his pieces are active. There's no possible way he's worse here. There's no way in the world that Black has the worst position here. I don't think so. Maybe he's not better, but he's not worse. I have the deformed pawn structure. It's not great. Although I have the bishop pair, I think his pieces are very active. Not a great pawn up, but we're a pawn up. F6 is terrible too. Pawn up is pawn up. Pawn apples. Pawn apples. Yeah, I mean, this looks awful for Black, right? Bishop c4. I have a great station. Pressure on f6, and we're extra double pawn up. Okay, this is not a great pawn. b2 is kind of irrelevant. Would be better if not playing me. That move might be bad, actually. Might be bad or not bad. Bronies. Pony pandas. Yeah, I need to make a new, like, overlay. I'm extremely lazy. We've had this overlay forever, for like 4 years. Oh, knight b3 might be bad? What is he supposed to play? I mean, if he doesn't play knight b3, he's just a clear pawn down. I don't know. It's hard to argue with knight b3, but... Yeah, no, I mean, I'm a very, you know... I mean, I don't really like change. You know, I think, yeah, it makes you comfortable, you know, when things stay the same. I mean, that's the problem. I like pawns. 2 pawns up. Pawn apples. My general rule is that 2 pawns up is usually winning. But this is not exactly the ideal 2 pawns up right here. I have quite a few weaknesses. E3, C4, B2. 3 weaknesses. So I think we have to be careful, but I think we're winning. Maybe. Incrementally. Maybe not. No, I think the Black has chances to hold this. Broken games are generally lost when you're down 2 pawns, but not always. You know, this looks like the kind of broken game 2 pawns down where Black has legit chances to hold it. Huh? Huh? This move? Yes? You like? Rook move? Little switcheroo. The rook switcheroo. Famous. It's a famous maneuver. Now my rooks are exceedingly active behind that e-pawn. And the kings. Still don't think it's that simple. Maybe the end is near. I don't know. It's not near. It's like black's really just hanging by a thread here. Of course, I would never in a million years resign black's position, even against like an endgame genius. Yeah, king e5 looks like a star move. Good move. Good try. Best try. Yeah, best try. We must activate. Activate to deactivate. What is he doing? Like defending like a genius? I mean, other than that? Other than defending like a genius? He had f5 check there. That was clearly his best shot. I think now it's over. Yeah, so anyway, like just a couple of things I wanted to check. The opening with bishop g4. Is that actually... Wow, I played a good game according to the engine. Except for that little mishap with a little mishap with queen d2, probably. Yeah, this is weird, man. I mean, bishop g4. It was played by Arthur. Slim. I thought it was like Slim Bouaziz. Is that a different person? Are Slim Bukhodia, Slim Bouaziz the same person? Another guy? This is like literally played by almost no one. This is weird, man. I mean, the only like 3 known players have ever played this. And Arthur lost against Coolouts, which is easy to do. Yeah, nobody played my move. I played a novelty here, queen d2. Okay, dude, bishop e2 is dumb. Like, who would play that? What kind of chess master plays bishop e2 in this position? Yeah, so you have to play f3. I was surprised, though. I really thought this would be black's best. Why not go for the exchange of bishops with bishop g6? What's the problem? Is there some sort of tactical problem here, officer? Apparently there is a big problem. Wow, queen e2? Maybe, wow, you end up like losing your d pawn or something? What? Queen e7? Queen e7, so you have to go into a bad ending. Wow. So that's the refutation. Wow, I thought, okay, or king f8. But I thought like bishop g4 was a real move. Apparently it's not. They had to go back to e6. And this is just not that great. But it's playable. Just an inaccurate move. So I thought his last mistake was it was already too late. I thought he would play f5 check. But I didn't even see this idea of going up with my king. That never entered my mind. I wouldn't do that. I mean, I would just go here. And then king d5. Easy win according to the engine. But it doesn't it doesn't look that easy to me. 2 players. Guys, thank you for reminding me. We've got a tournament tomorrow night. Every Tuesday I host a tournament here. I'm like multiple people. Nylon Mask, me. I have multiple personality disorder. So we host a tournament on Tuesdays, Rapid. If you'd like to join us tomorrow night at 6:45. Stream starts at 6:30. That's CEST, Central European Summertime. So Eduse, do you have 100 games? Eduse, 100 games. 25? You're close. Alright. Wait, there's 2 of them? Are you kidding me? What is that about? You join with both your accounts? Okay, GM Sean. That was a better game than I thought, but I learned something in the opening at least. No, I can't play. I played the Jabava Gambit against you already. I can't do that again. I gotta play real openings. Sometimes. I had this funny game. I played the bird defense against someone, and I played knight d4 here, and when they took, I played like c6, double attacking. I looked it up, and it's never been played, but it loses. I mean, it sacrifices a pawn. It's kind of funny. Knight d4, knight takes d4, c6. If you just want to troll someone, it's a funny variation. I don't know what I'm doing. Cosio defense. Charity challenge. Asterbait is... Are you awake? Asterbait, what was up with the Halloween Gambit yesterday? Were you kicking my butt? I haven't had time to like look at the games from this yesterday's simul. But I was very concerned about yesterday's simul game against Asterbait, where he played the Halloween Gambit on me. This reminded me you could do like a Halloween Gambit type thing here too, I guess. You might have had something going on there yesterday. But you're supposed to save the Halloween Gambit for Halloween, man. You're like 1 month early. You know that, right? That's his favorite holiday. I mean, a lot of people's favorite holiday. You know, the other day I was trying to like remember this type of position. I've never played the Cosio before. But I mean, I think it's this line that gets played. I was confusing it with the Smyslov variation, where black does g6 immediately. I mean, I don't know how good this is. To be honest, I don't really know much at all. I know that my lips are chapped. Cold weather is upon us. Bishop g4. Do you want to do that? Do you want to do that bishop g7? Just play bishop g7. Screw it. I'm gonna get developed. Aspirate, I had this fear you had this like crazy like g4 move. You didn't have g4 at some point? Are you sure? Did you analyze the game? I had not looked at any games from last night. Undefeated simul, but didn't feel like I played better than anything special. Okay, what do we got? Monday morning. We got another hour for the stream here. Knight c3. Okay. We are out of here. Stalker fish. We got challenges from Chess Kudo. Chess Kudo, you're not a subscriber anymore. Thought you were a subscriber. It's funny how we have so many challenges today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, I'm not going to get to play all you guys. I'm going to have to cancel the like last ones. Oh, Chess Kudo's challenged me to play white. That usually like slips right past me. Rest in peace, subscription. Astrobate, do you have like Airbnb chores? You asked last time. I never ever ever look at those color things. It's just like they're not even there for me. It's the weirdest thing. Pink pen. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm only here for another hour. There's no way I'm playing like 8 games. But some of those people probably don't qualify because they have like, you know, not enough games. This guy has no games, for example. If we want to go through, we're going to cancel that. King Kong, we played before. He has games. Magnusson has games. Just for fun. Provisional has games. Just Kudo. This guy. Giffy. I think we played. The account. This one, the account violated lichess terms of service. Alright, well, you're in 6th place now, Pinkie Pen. I still don't think you're going to make it for today. Pinkie Pie. If you're going to play bishop f4, and that's the way you're going to be about it, I'm just going to put pressure on the d4 pawn. I think you should play h3 there. I would have played h3. Your desert turtle snuck in? You have a desert turtle? That's awesome. But I don't understand. Isn't it called a tortoise? You rub the cream on its skin. Acerbate is like the turtle Hannibal Lecter. It rubs the lotion in its skin. You lotion. Your job is to put lotion on the tortoise, right? Are you sure that's good for it? Maybe he likes dry skin. The tortoise rubs the lotion on its skin. Silence of the turtles. Alright, do your worst. Actually, white has multiple choices. Multiple choice. Multiple choice test. The master of pawn structure and bad bishops. I got me an idea. We had like a snapping turtle, but he died sadly. Not here, but when I was living in American snapping turtle. They're pretty dangerous. I was really very, very reticent to pick him up. He was huge. Turtles are very like docile. I mean tortoises. Well, all of them, but they still bite. Do tortoises bite? They have like octopus mouths. Bite the crap out of you. Do regular tortoises bite? They have like nasty fingers. Fingers. It was funny when I used to pick up the snapping turtle, I would put on like oven mitts. I would just put on like 2 very thick oven mitts and like pick him up by his shell. Put him outside. Let him walk around in the yard. The pawn structure. I really didn't want to like trade my bishop. Maybe we'll sack the exchange instead. You don't put your finger near the snapping turtle mouth. Basic rule of snapping turtle. That's why they're called snapping turtles. They like snap and like grab stuff real quick. When they eat, they like real suddenly. Alright. Turtle talk. Tortoise talk. So if I just take on e5, I mean, I'm clearly better. Master. Master, is that a good move? Bishop takes e5, knight takes f5, bishop takes f4. I don't understand. Now I will take that. He lost his center. Hey. That's a nice. Yeah, white's position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. He's got equal material, but yeah, it's a problem. I think he has a defense though. Take there. You know, this is sad to do this. I really didn't want to do that, but we'll do it anyway. White has too many weaknesses. Boom, boom, boom. The vacuum here on the 7th rank. Speaking of Halloween, Frankenweenie. Is this good enough? He's gonna have trick or treat for Halloween. White has trick or treat. I still don't like White's position. His king needs a spacesuit. There's a lot of like vacuum going on here. Vacuuming. Yeah, I thought like maybe rook h2 or f4 there would be his best defense. King f2 probably not the best. Although he does have rook c1. Things don't look good for your hero. The vacuum. Vacuum. Only one chance now. Last chance. This is your last chance. You could play rook f1. So what happened here? You're supposed to play h3, I assume. Bishop f4 was definitely a bad move. I don't know about before that. One inaccuracy. Saji's first ever Cosio defense. I thought it was all reasonable. That bishop f4 doesn't seem right to me. Sarah Palin. h3 is what I would play. You gotta stop bishop g4 here. But I feel like maybe I did something wrong. Not really. Okay, a6 is technically the main line. I don't see how I could have improved otherwise. Okay, onward and upward. Kong is playing. Magnuson Pro. Didn't we play already? Anybody subscribe lately? What? Caruana and who? What are you talking about? We don't agree. What is that? What conspiracy theory are you on now? Acerbate. Like they both have the same accent or something? Where did Caruana grow up, by the way? New York? In New York, right? New York, New Jersey? I remember, you know what's interesting? I remember back in, I don't know, when Caruana was a little kid, the first I ever heard of him was like, I had a student who was 6 years old, and he played in like the same age group as Caruana, I think. Because his father was like keeping track of the other little prodigies who were, you know, the most promising for their age group. And he was like, oh, there's this Caruana kid. This is a little later, maybe Fabiano. No, Fabiano was a little older than my student, I think. A couple years older. But the father was keeping track, and he mentioned how, yeah. I guess Fabiano was like 10 when he beat a grandmaster in a rapid tournament in New York. I'm just blabbering about random stuff. You have to forgive me. Is there a chance to play? There's always a chance. You're on the bubble, Chess Kudo. You're kind of on the bubble. Subscribing would push you considerably up in the list. All right. Business is business. Bishop c4. If someone was a subscriber, they would play next, but there's no subscribers left in the challenge list. Chess Kudo, you're third, so I don't know. I mean, maybe not. I have to leave in like 45 minutes. So you're right on the border. It depends on how long these players last and if anyone leaves or E5 Asturbate's favorite move. He wants to play that. I'm going to play extra fast, extra slow. He was born 1992. Well, that's pretty early, yeah. 92, so yeah, I'm full of crap. He's much older than my student that I was thinking of. He's probably 4 years older. All right. Yeah, so when I first heard of Fabiano, I guess he was like 10. It was probably around 2001, maybe 9. Yeah, he beat a master at age 9 or something. Friend of mine. Okay. Age 9, age 10. I just was trying to understand like why you mentioned him, the other being. Alright, bishop takes e6, pawn e6, queen b3. I think this is pretty normal. This type of situation. Magnusson. Carl, we joked about this before. Carl Magnusson. That was another player, though. Not a lot of Icelandic names in Colombia. Son of Magnus is a Magnus son, literally. Literal. Are you literate? Do you even chess? Bishop f4. Development. Bishop f4 is kind of ugly. We have compensation. No. Yeah, that's his little protege. Yeah, I mean, Hikaru has done some strange stuff, like helping that guy become a household name is one of the things that I really don't appreciate from Hikaru, but I think the problem was with Hikaru that, he needed someone who would like kiss his butt. And most people wouldn't lower themselves to that, but some would. It's an ego thing, Hikaru needs someone who he can stream with who's not a threat to him. So he picked someone like kind of weak and a butt kisser in Gotham Chess. A weak butt kisser. No, you gotta understand the egos involved with top players. Like Hikaru would never have another GM, be his like buddy. It's got to be someone who's non-threatening, you know. That's why he picked that guy, to help him out. Some people are less ego oriented. See, Hikaru all along, like, look at Hikaru's issues. You know, he refuses to have like a normal second. He has that guy who's like a 1900 or 1800 who's like a computer whiz as sort of like assistant. I think it's ego. You know, it's about ego. He can't stand to have someone around him who could be a threat to him. I'm just speculating though on the psychology of Hikaru's relationship choices. It's just kind of interesting. He's the only like really strong player who has like a total amateur helping him rather than like a real second or what have you. Oh, baby. We have to do it now. It's now or never. The Magnuson Pro seems pretty good. We have to open it up. I don't know if we would get a chance to even go after his pawn structure. No, black might be okay here. You know, I don't know that there's anything fatally wrong with black's position. But white has a chance. And he's fast too. We've never played this player before. 1810 bullet, 1800 blitz, 1890 rapid. Pretty strong, consistent rating. So normally people are higher. That's pretty standard. Higher rapid. Hikaru, you've been watching a lot of, Astrobeat, you're watching a lot of Hikaru streams? At least Hikaru's on the right side of this. He's on the right side of this thing. Not everyone is on the right side of it. You know, if it were like a world war, there'd be pretty serious, like, dumbasses on the wrong side of it. I don't want to hyper-partisanize everything, but, you know, the anti-Magnus people are idiots, in my opinion. If you're on my friends list on Facebook and you put, like, I'm on Team Hans, you're insta-defriended. It seems like both Caruana and Hikaru, you know, actually the two of the highest rated players, and apparently like Napalniachi's been pretty normal in his reaction to it. You know, so you got to really count how the top players are reacting more so than anything. I noticed like the lower chess amateurs and people just don't have a clue of what's going on. Surprising how stupid people are. Never ceases to amaze me how stupid people are. They don't even fully understand the story and they think they do. Of course. Not surprising, right? When you're not watching conspiracy theories, right? Did I have something with that knight on g4? We're down a pawn, but I mean I have great compensazione. This was a Goring gambit. Gory gambit. No, Magnus claims that he's going to come out with a statement, you know, a more detailed discussion of of what's going on in the next couple days. So we have that to look forward to. Maybe his handlers have decided he should, mitigate the damage and release a real public statement. This move honestly may not be very good. Maybe I should just play 96. What I'm trying to say is knight c5 with the idea of 96. No. Masturbate. He doesn't need to explain. Unfortunately, most people have like a 5 IQ, So he has to explain for those people with 5 IQ. What's the average IQ? You would think with chess players it would be slightly higher than the global average, but I'm not so sure. Since chess is more like tic-tac-toe these days. Alright, guys and girls, we are going to be here for another 35 minutes. I got challenges possibly with King Kong, just for fun, and Chess Kudo. Learning chess is too late, for sure. Unless someone is a subscriber, in which case, if you are a subscriber to the stream, and by the way, we have no gift subs or cheers so far this week. Be the first. We need your support. Thinking not needed in chess, in modern chess, is just about, brainless stupidity. So 96, knight a5, queen d5, c6, or knight f6. It's got to be his only move is knight e6, knight a5. Knight e6, knight a5, queen d5. If knight f6, I'm just fine. Or no? Not so clear. That's pretty complicated. There's also knight e6, knight e3, pawn e3. That doesn't matter. Knight e6, knight a5, queen d5, c6. That, Houston, could be a serious problem. Queen e4, knight f6 again. Queen e4, knight f6. Queen a4. Is there anything else I can do? Running out of time. Mr. Coffee. Hi man, I'm Magnus' son. Son of Magnus. Yeah. That's funny. I mean, the joke that I always tell people is that there was this master from Boston. His name was literally Magnus' son. And the funny thing was his name was Carl. So he was Carl Magnus' son instead of Magnus Carl's son. Magnus is the son of Carl. You're son of Magnus. I get it. But you had knight a5. I think that was a really good try. You missed your best chance there. I'm not sure how well it worked or not, but it was definitely a worthwhile try. Bishop b4, rook. Yeah, we're fine. He missed his golden opportunity. Now black's down the exchange. Mr. Coffee, how are you? How are you, sir? Sire? Siri? Siri Myrus. Billy Ray Siri. Oh man, nice try. Avoiding the exchange of pieces. I'm just risking everything here. Putting my knight in, take that. He has bishop b4. Maybe I should play rook f1 just to be on the safe side. No, I mean rook e2 is normal. Bishop b4 is nothing special. We're just up the exchange. Period. End of story. Rook for knight. It's a winning position. This is a nice try though. Nice try. 11 seconds. That's gotta be a blunder. I did it. Blundiferous. Blunder. We have that. Almost completely threw it away. I'm lucky I even have this move. That was scary. Almost. Triple. He's a tough fighter. Whoa. Wow, coming after me. This is scary. Oh man, he was winning. That was terrible. I think he's winning now. Check and just take here. Is it a win or a draw? Maybe it's only a draw. It's only a draw. No, he was winning for a moment. Wait, what? Is it a draw? Why is that line down there? What is that line? It's weird. Yeah, you had a draw. Draw. I lost all my challenges? That's weird. All the challenges left. Yeah, I blundered in time pressure. Oh, now it like says blunder next to the... That's funny. Just for fun, SR. Q QWERTY and King Kong. Wasn't King Kong first before? Endgame line. That's an endgame line? That's weird. New feature. Feature. It's a new creature feature. Yeah, I was really... I'm really not in good condition. COVID increases Asterbate. Asterbate, no unproven scientific theories, please. This is not the place for unproven scientific theories. There are plenty of places for those on the internet. I like this line. You know, people play e5 here, but it's totally unnecessary. It's not a good move. I think e5 is very risky. You weaken your king side. Cardano outreach. Dr. Campbell. You know, normally scientific studies take like years and years. You know how long it would take to do a trial on like Alzheimer's Asterbate? I mean, seriously? That takes forever. How could they have like COVID Alzheimer's studies? Oh man, I haven't banned anyone in a while. The ban figure. Where's Mr. Coffee? He's supposed to be a moderator. What is this? No fighting amongst yourselves. Thankfully, I have to go soon. You guys can finish your debate. Mr. Coffee, keep them in line, man. Get the sheeps in line. This is like a game I screwed up, though. I played a different move against World Loser. I just realized. I think I played c5 against World Loser. I was in a more active mood that day. I was in a more active mood when I played c5 and knight c6. Mr. Coffee, things are out of control. Asterbate's been timed out for fighting. I asked him to stop. Even the best of us have bad days. But I felt good. I haven't banned anyone in a while. Yeah, knight c6 was much more active. It's the problem here. I don't have enough like pressure on his center. that I get in the other line with knight on c6. Pay attention to the chess. The chess. We're here for the chess. Remember. Medical conspiracy theories. Dr. Campbell. Dr. Coffee. What's up? Thinking about f5. I'm thinking about a number between 1 and 2. Oh yeah. Rook c8 is a normal move. Pigeons! No! They often don't care. I gotta open the window and like physically push them off. Oh no. The pro move. There's only one choice. Man, that's pretty rough. This guy is very strong. Wow. King Kong. I don't think we have a choice. I mean, I have to play g6. f5 is too dangerous. This player is strong and fast and handles an unusual opening quite well. My knight was on the wrong square all along. It should have gone to c6. I mentioned this first off. Got one more challenge. I like how, Jess Kudo just left. He probably would have gotten to play. It shows a lot of patience. I wouldn't subscribe either. Okay, we've got knight c5 now. I don't think queen e1 is a good move. Black could even play bishop h4. It's pretty funny. Wow. Wow. Wow is right. There is one technical problem. There. Bishop h4, right? Damn it, pigeon! I told you. He doesn't listen. He's like the pigeon acerbate. Shit. The tactic doesn't work. I have to play it this way. Bishop h4 almost worked. Maybe we can combine ideas. Yeah, that's a good idea. Combining. Combiner of ideas. What happened? What happened? I don't know what happened. I had to clean out the room. We put Acerbate in the corner and ban the boner. Break it up. I'm too tired on Monday mornings to deal with bad behavior. I like it when people come to my stream for the first time and they're like telling people to shut up. You know, if you're like a regular viewer on my stream, I'm not going to ban you. But if you're just somebody new who's never been here before and you act like you're the room captain, you know, that's just rude. Okay. White screwed this up. Giving up the late score bishop is not really an option. No, if someone's a regular viewer or subscriber or whatever, and they do something bad, I'm not going to ban them. Because you get credibility. I'm only excited to go to work today because it's payment day. I was like exited. He wrote exited. Credibility. Isn't that the worst though? Like people that have never been on a stream and they're like the boss. Alright. They're telling people who are like VIPs to shut up. Even if VIP is wrong, you know, still. Okay. We've got bishop a6 changing direction. Your English is broken. My brain is broken. That's all right. All that matters is that, you know, we get the point across, right? That's what communication is all about. Naj Laszlo. I'm not a grammar Nazi. I just really thought you wrote exited. It's obviously understandable what you're trying to say. I'm terrible at Hungarian. So I empathize with anybody who's a foreign language speaker. Foreign speaker. Another defense, wow. So he's like defense pro. Look how much defense he has of that square. It's unbelievable. You love the defense of the c3 square. 1, 2, 3. The critical square in the position. Pinkie Pie. Oh no, f5. Yeah, I thought about that, but I mean, what does it do? Oh, d5. I thought about that too. And I just assumed I had something good here. Never assume nothing. Here's another random move. That's bait their band now. You only got a slap on the wrist. Consider yourself lucky. What am I doing in this game? White has a passed pawn. This is a passed pawn. How is there no mate for me here? It's impossible. That is impossible. The heck is there no mate? Now you take that. Oh, the blockade! Blockade! We have the blockade. Unbelievable. Super blocko. Didn't even see it. This is the end of the world as we know it. Yeah, with the bishop on d8, nobody is getting through. It's the southern border. Do I stream every day? Almost every day, sadly. I don't know why I do that, but I do. I was really thinking today, I mean, this Monday and Wednesdays are tough. Alright. I stream in the evenings, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday mornings. And I take Saturdays off. But tomorrow we have our weekly tournament for our team, 6:30, 6:45. Last challenge. Pigpen. I don't even know who was here first. I'm just taking them in order. I think I'm gonna have to go after this game, guys. Sorry, Pigpen. He left and he's back. SR. What does SR stand for? Senior. Just for fun, senior. I'm really getting into this hyper-accelerated Queen's Indian. I had good results with this. Oh, the same exact variation the other guy played? And then Bishop G5. Interesting. It's like he looked up the last game and like checked it out. Song request. What do you want me to sing? REM? Sorry, my voice is a little bit... I normally sound more beautiful. This is an ugly voice you're listening to right now. This is not how I normally sound. I have a cold. So, trust me, I have a beautiful, beautiful voice. Under normal circumstances. This is not it. It's not as much that music distracts, Asterbate. I think the problem is, like, you know, you can never make everybody happy. If you try to implement music, yeah, there is a distraction effect, but for me the main thing is, like, everyone's taste is so divergent that you would just, like, offend someone and make someone else happy. Like, you could never, you know, I don't think I really want to get into this, like, music, having music on the stream, primarily because whatever music you played, like, there would always be a divergence of opinion. But in addition, it is, like, it could be slightly distracting. I don't do that. 80s porn music. I think elevator music. I was talking about raindrops are falling on my head. And I had this weird memory of going to the dentist when I was like 7 years old. And that, like, elevator music, like, song was playing. Why would I take on e4 again? Because I can. Why does the chicken cross the road? So this is interesting. Pawn snack-ufice. So bishop e4, queen a4, check, knight c6 is tricky. Snack-ufice. Snackubus. Pawn takes. He's used 3 seconds. Who is this? 3 seconds for the game? Just for fun, SR. Uh-oh. It has a YouTube channel linked. I wouldn't click on that. They've been a member since October last year. All Russian and FIDE. Yeah, whatever. They're a bullet player, I guess. I don't know. What do I do here? Bishop e7 is passive. Pawn takes pawn. Pawn takes pawn. h6. Just h6. I don't know. It's an interesting position. I really don't know what to do here. All this guy cares about is like making instantaneous moves. Let's just play another game. I'm going to play against Pink Coupon. I have no interest in playing people who want to play bullet chess in a 7+5 like time control. So I'm just going to abort that or resign. I resign. You win. You won. Congratulations. I'm not interested in playing bullet chess with you. That's a golden oldie. Yeah. But interesting opening, Bullet Man. I'll have a look at that later. I don't know. But, you know, when I get challenges from people who are trying to move as fast as humanly possible, like pre-moving with 7 minutes in a 7+5 time control, no, I don't have any inclination to play that game. Whatever. I like to play against people who take the game seriously. I don't want to play Bullet or like 3-0 Blitz. I don't even play Blitz anymore. I want to be thoughtful, play interesting games with people. You know, if they're trying to play Bullet, I'll just resign. It's not even interesting to me. But I'm tired and grumpy. It's Monday morning. I'm a little bit. This is the end of the stream. My last game for today. I didn't want to end with that Bullet guy like trying to flag me. He can have his victory. To be honest, it was an interesting opening. Bishop g5. I'll have to have a look at that. I was gonna very seriously consider h6. And then maybe like bishop h4, g5, bishop g3. He sacrifices a pawn. This is the Aliakin gambit. I think you're obligated to take the pawn pretty much. Although some people play knight takes e4, bishop takes e4. This guy the other day played knight bd7 against me, transposing to a knight d7 Caro-Kann, which is kind of funny. But this leaves black with a slightly passive game. You really are best off like taking the pawn. Knight e4, bishop e4. What am I talking about? Sorry, queen takes d4, rather. Someone is trying to join our team. Pinkupie. Thank you for joining. You can play tomorrow in our Rapid tournament. I mean, I could try to castle queenside here. Queen e2 with the idea of castling queenside. Black has like knight a6, knight b4. I mean, I think the castle's kingside is like way more standard. Of course, we're not committed. Mule Skinner, welcome. Long time no see. Yeah, that is a golden oldie. You know, speaking back to Soran Zolomash, it was always sort of depressing, that song. But that's what I think of when I think of like the 70s. we were joking about it because it's been raining for the last 2 days here, and you can hear the rain on my roof, my window rain. It's very depressing weather here in Budapest. We had the summer drought, and now it's like rained all of September. You really don't want me to castle queenside. I can accept that. I'm okay with it. I have no issues with castling kingside. I was just thinking about it. But if you're going to put your queen on an awkward square to prevent me from castling queenside, then I have no problem with castling kingside. That's why I said I wanted to be flexible. There is the possibility of ripping the A pawn down the board to try to grab space. But that's also like not exactly the most principled way to play here. C3 is a normal move. Passive, yes, but I mean it defends B2. It strengthens this. It gives me like retreat back, so I can do like cheapos with queen e4 and queen h7. Am I threatening bishop g6? It's an interesting question. Probably not. I have seen some odd instances of that like tactic pop up from time to time. With Surya, getting a lot of like master strength players challenging me today for some reason. Everyone's like 2200. But guys, I gotta go. This is my last game, so I have to decline that challenge. Thank you for the challenge. It's late. Got a lot of work to do today. Chess work, teaching, recording, audio lectures. And Monday is just really love Mondays. I love Monday. But although all of you who can come by tomorrow, please join us for Rapid Chess. Why am I doing this again? Just to play for the cheapo, queen e4? Asterbate, exactly. That's Asterbate's favorite mate. But it's more than that. I mean, generally speaking, in the Caro-Kann, if you allow this push, you could be in like fatal disaster land. But I guess here it's not totally that crushing. Queen d3. Queen d3, knight f6. Nothing special. Bishop g5. You see, this is where I start thinking about tactics that are so absurd, like they'll never work. 99% of tactics don't work. Queen d3, knight f6, knight e5. Queen d3, knight f6, knight e5. Pawn takes pawn, knight g4. Rook goes somewhere. And I get in on h7, but there's no mate, right? I mean, I'd be very surprised if this isn't a winning position for white, but I just don't. Please just don't. in addition to the fact that it's like raining the whole month, there are these guys like reconstructing another apartment in my building across the courtyard. It's been going on for like 4 weeks now. It's starting to get on my nerves. I mean, it's a disaster. Like, across the street from my building, there was this huge project for 2 years being constructed. A huge museum in the park across the street from me. There was like sand and dirt and shit coming in the window for like the last 2 years. Finally that stopped, and now there's like an apartment being constructed across the street, across the courtyard. It just never stops. It's like, I think the only industry in Hungary that's actually functioning is like the construction industry. That's pretty much it. Other than that, it's like done, economically done. Hair studios and construction industry, and that's it. You know, you're just done. There's no other, industry. It's ridiculous. What am I doing here? The only business that stays in business in the whole freaking city is hairstylists. But I'm so tired of the construction, honestly. You know, in America, it was like people mowing their lawns. Drove me absolutely out of my mind. At least I don't have that here in the city. Bishop takes h6. Dude. Bishop h6, pawn h6. Man, I remember this one time I played the Caro-Kann with black against, like, what's his name? This, really weird player. Queen h6, queen h3. Everything is relative. Knight g4 just didn't really work. I'm so sick of construction. These people, whoever owns it, like bought this property like 3 years ago. It just sat there and they didn't do anything for over 2 years. What's the point in buying property and letting it like sit there for 2 years? It should have been like already like done by now, is what I'm trying to say. They could have like constructed it at the same time while the building across the street was being constructed. What's up, Delver? Queen h3. Subtle threat. Oh no. Dude, what happened? Mr. Coffee, what did you do? Poor colonoscopy guy. What did he do? Did he commit a crime? Should we open an investigation? Mr. Coffee with a trigger finger. Worse than me. What was that, man? Did he say something bad? I didn't even see it. Black just keeps chomping on my pawns. No answer from the coffee. Pawn chompers united. Yeah, I don't think I can ignore that. That's pretty serious. What happened with Mr. Coffee and Kaleidoscope Guy? Pardon? Pardon? Pardon me? Mr. Coffee just... I don't know. I think he got his account hacked by North Korea or something. He's totally silent since the event. That was very weird. Mr. Coffee must be having a like Magnus Carlsen like midlife crisis. Wow. Dude, this has gotta be winning. No? Is that the best way to do it? Probably not. Mr. Coffee even distracted me. What is happening? It's kind of a weird position, isn't it? Oh my god. Wow, that is a bizarre sort of sequencing. Inappropriate emote usage. Alright. I'll take your word for it. Laying down the law. It's just a timeout. It's not like you banned him. Oh no. Mr. Bishop. Black was a little too materialistic in this game. Thank you. Alright, we will be back with you tomorrow night with our weekly Rapid tournament. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks Mr. Coffee for laying down the law. And thanks everyone for your kind support of the stream. We'll be back tomorrow night. Thanks everybody. See you later. Bye bye.